Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing great. My bed is not here anymore, which means I can now have the plushies like I always did in the background. So my little octopus will have to do, which is the closest I have because I cannot put anything in the background like I used to. Now it's just my TV and mess in my closet. It is early, so if you hear dogs, birds, stuff like that, animals, that's why. So we're going to have another talky kind of reviewish kind of a thing that I have been trying to do on this channel. Today, instead of talking about a series, we're going to be talking about a movie, and instead of being a Korean movie, it's actually a Japanese movie, which I don't think I have done. So I am talking about Zoom 100, and I think the whole name is Bucket List of the Dead. That's the one. It is on Netflix, by the way. It came out mid-year, I think in August, September. So I'm a bit late, but it's fine. And like I said, this is a Japanese movie. It is a little bit over 2 hours, so it is actually quite a longish kind of movie. I didn't know this, but it is actually based on a manga that has the same name, and it is by I put the name somewhere on my notes. Haro Aso. That's the person that did the manga. As always, I say this, but I'm saying it again because this is a Japanese movie. I do not speak Japanese, so if I butcher names, I apologize. As always, I'll have pictures of the characters that I'm talking about so you can kind of have an idea of who they are. But I'll try my best to pronounce the names as best as I can, but I don't speak Japanese, so I might butcher them. The movie starts with a scene from our main character, and his name is Akira Tendo. But he is running away from some zombies. He's like jumping around. He's in an apartment complex, and for some goddamn reason he is worried about being late for work. Haven't we all? So then it jumps back in time to about a year ago, and he is way too happy for a Monday, like way too happy because he's going to work. It is his first full-time job. It is in a like commercial production part of a company, and he's very excited. Way too happy for a Monday. You can tell his first day at work he doesn't know what is going to happen because he is way too goddamn happy. He's like saying hi to everybody. He gets to the work place. He's happy. He even falls in love at first sight with a girl. Her name was Otori. I think that's how you say it. And they even have like a welcome party for him, and that's where we meet the leader, which is Kosugi. I'll have pictures for sure just in case. And yeah, Akira is like way too excited. He's happy that he's having a welcome party and stuff like that, and it is already night, and he's like, thank you for everybody coming, and he thinks the day is over, like he thinks this is the end of his work day and he's going to go home. But Kosugi is like, no, we're going back to work. And Akira's like, oh, okay. And that's where hell starts for Akira, because that's when reality hits him of what actually having a job is, at least in that company, because Kosugi is working him until death. Like, Akira pulled like 2 all-nighters in a row. He's making Akira do a lot of jobs that he shouldn't be doing, giving him double the job, and just screaming at him whenever he makes a mistake or doesn't do something on time. And Akira is hating every second of it. He barely sleeps, he barely eats, he doesn't have time to do anything else other than work, and he sees that he is being taken advantage of, while Kosugi's friends are just there laughing, doing absolutely nothing on the job. So of course this is where Akira hits a break point, and he even thinks of unaliving himself at a train station, but he doesn't. because you know he feels like that's the only way out because he cannot quit the job, but he doesn't do it. So one day Akira wakes up, and again he does not want to go to work, like all of us. I think we all have been there. And he gets out, he's going to work, and he sees an old man that he always say hi to, full on zombie, just full on zombie eating another person right there on the street. And the kid is like, what the hell is happening? And that's where all the zombies appear, and that's when that first scene from the beginning happens again, of Akira running and stuff. He's able to get to the rooftop, and there's a gate that he closes, and the zombies are on the other side. They cannot get out. Doesn't make sense because that gate does not look that stable to be holding the many zombies, but okay. And he sees from the rooftop that there's fire going around, there's explosions, airplanes are falling off the sky, just a lot of things are happening. And he literally realizes, oh, I don't have to go to work. And he screams out of happiness that he doesn't have to go to work, because the apocalypse is literally all the zombies are out. There's no way to go to work. From there on, they start counting like days, not like day 1, day 2, day 3, no, but they're counting days in the movie. So we start with day 1, which is this one. And he's still on the rooftop, and he is worried about Otori, which is the girl that he fell in love with at work. He does end up testing her. She answers. She sends him the address of where she lives, and he goes there. He even stops at an apartment, and there's a couple there, and he's like, do you guys need anything to the supermarket? I'm gonna go there. He's way too happy for this zombie apocalypse that is happening. And the couple is like, food? He's like, yeah, okay, I'll bring you food. And then he goes, and he takes a bicycle, and he's ringing the alarm like nothing. The zombies are following him, and that's when he actually takes off. And I'm like, of course, you're making way too much sounds. But okay, he gets to Otori's apartment, and we see that she's in her PJs, or lingerie, I should say, lingerie. That's what she's dressed. And the director of the company is actually there, full zombie, trying to kill her. And that's when we realize how she actually got the job and why she's getting so much attention. Throughout the movie, you can see that the directors are very nice to her. They give her like easy jobs, a lot of chances and opportunities, and it's because she sleeps with the director. Of course, Akira is trying to defend Otori by fighting the zombie. I shouldn't laugh, but it was actually quite a hilarious fight that doesn't make sense. But at the end, Otori is the one that kills the director. And while she's killing the director, she says, and I quote, "You told me you were gonna leave your wife for me." I guess he didn't. He deserved it. She ends up becoming a zombie either way. She gets bitten. She was already, and she becomes a zombie in front of Akira. And again, I should have laughed at this because this is it probably was supposed to be a very serious scene, but I just couldn't because it's Akira. She's full of zombie in front of him making noises, right? And Akira's looking at her with loving eyes, and there's this sad background music, and he's full on confessing his love to her while she's trying to kill him. And it was hilarious. I shouldn't have laughed. I know. It was just hilarious. I don't know why. I don't know. But I was just laughing. I was like, I probably shouldn't have laughed at this because he's suffering. But still, he's able to get out. He goes back to his apartment. The couple is not there anymore. The apartment is all horrible. So I'm guessing Akira thinks they are dead or something. But he gets back to his apartment, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna live life to the fullest before I become a zombie. So he starts making a list of 100 things to do before becoming a zombie. He never finishes. He never makes the 100 things list. During the movie, he keeps adding stuff to the list. But in this section, he puts stuff like cleaning the room, having a campfire, fireworks, stuff like that. He's very specific. There's one that he says have a drink with a flight attendant. Very specific. The point is, it happens at some point, but it's like, what are the chances? So yeah, he starts making that list. Then we get day 2. Now day 2, he wakes up and he starts the day by cleaning his room, which is one of the things that he had on his list. And he is making way too much noise. If I better remember, the sliding door is open. If it isn't, I didn't realize, but I think it was open. He's making way too much noise. For the amount of zombies that should be around, literally trying to break his front door to get in, by the amount of sound he was doing, it's not enough. Like, there was nothing. Nobody was trying to jump off the roof because of the sound. Nothing. And he's making way too much noise, even with a vacuum cleaner. And I'm like, you're making way too much noise. And there's not enough zombies around to justify it. He goes to the grocery store because one of the things was go to a grocery store and get stuff without looking at the price. Again, making too much noise. This time zombies appear, but I don't think enough for the amount of noise that he's doing, but fine. He dyes his hair. He paints a self-portrait of himself in a building with spray paint. Again, I don't know how zombies are not behind him, but fine. He rides his motorcycle. He even sets fireworks at night in the middle of the street. There's no zombies. How is that possible? I don't know, but there's nothing. Too much noise, not many zombies around. It doesn't make any sense, but he's able to do all that in day 2 without dying. We jump to day 5. He is doing a camp kind of a thing in the rooftop. The zombies are still there, by the way, behind the gate. And he realizes he needs seasoning for the meat. He goes to the grocery store, and that's where we meet another girl named Shizuka. Hopefully I'm saying that right. He tries to save some people because they're being chased by the zombies. He ends up being useless, and Shizuka is the one that helps. And then he tries to make a move on her, and she's like, no, I'm not going with you. You're trouble, and I don't want that. Get the hell away. And she goes away in her bicycle. He's there like, oh, okay. And then he goes back. This part is also where we meet Kencho. Kencho is a friend of Akira. They had a fight before the whole zombie thing happened, and Akira is kind of worried about him, so he decides to call him. And Kencho is like, hey, I'm stuck in a love hotel, I cannot get out, there's zombies around, I have tried, I cannot do anything. So Akira decides to go and help him. Kencho is kind of like a womanizer. He tries to get out. By the way, zombies here are full naked. You can see boobies out, so just in case you see it, you know zombies here are naked in this part. Kencho does try to get out 2 times. One doesn't work. He has to go back to the room, and that's when Akira gets outside. And again, he is using a motorcycle, right? He gets there and the whole street is full of zombies. He's using a motorcycle and none of the zombies run towards him, but he gets a speaker, throws it to the other side, and puts music, which I will say the music was actually really good, and the zombies go to the speaker. And that's when he used to play football. He's learning football gear and everything in this part, and he's you know, avoiding the zombies, trying not to get bitten and stuff like that. It's actually a very cool scene, I'll say that. The slow-mos were really good. This is actually a really fun scene. But he's able to get to Kencho. Kencho was trying to get out again. They're talking in the hallway, whispering, but I still feel way too loud. But they're able to get out of the love hotel, running away from the zombies, and they're able to get to a restaurant. Day 6 rolls around. Akira and Kencho decides to go to the aquarium because now Akira wants to be a superhero. And he found out that the aquarium has this suit that they use with sharks, where sharks' bites cannot get through. So he thinks this is the perfect costume for his superhero self, because if sharks' bite cannot get through it, zombie bites can't either. So they decide to go there, but of course they need a car to be able to get there first, and supplies. They go to a store to get supplies. And of course, Akira needs to be a superhero. So they see this bus where people are running down, trying to get away from the zombies. And they're able to rescue 2 girls, the bus driver, and Shizuka, which she was there as well. And they're able to get to the store and close the gate before the zombies appear. So that's when they... the bus driver tells them like, hey, we are also going to the aquarium. They told us there's a group there, that the place is safe, they have food, they have water, so you know it's a safe place to go there. So Akira is like, oh perfect, we're going there, we can help each other, we can all go together. The bus driver becomes a zombie. He got beaten at some point. He full on turns in front of Akira and Shizuka. Kencho is drunk with the other 2, which those 2 girls are flight attendants. So Akira was able to fulfill the list of having a drink with a flight attendant. But he's drunk. Kencho is drunk with the 2 girls, about to have sexy time. And it's quite funny because Kencho is standing and the zombie literally appears here and attacks the girl. And it's like, it shouldn't be hilarious, but it was actually quite hilarious. But yeah, the 2 girls become a zombie. They fight their way out to the store without, you know, getting beaten or anything. They get out of the store and they're trying to find a car. Before, that street was full of zombies. Now, again, they're making way too much noise trying to find a car that it's open, and there's no zombies around running at all. They're able to get a camp van, I think is how you call them, which is literally a van they use for camping. They're able to get one of those, get in, turn it on, and when they go is when the zombies appear behind them. And they're able to convince Shizuka with alcohol and hot springs that she should stay with them. And she literally is like, alcohol, fine, I'll stay. And she does. I guess alcohol is the question. Day 7 is literally just a bunch of scenes of them doing different stuff that are on the list that Akira has. They do like yoga and a surfing thingy, parachutes, fireworks again, camping. They do the hot springs that they convince Shizuka with. They do a bunch of stuff. And then we get to day 10. This is the good day. They get to the aquarium, but there is spikes in the road and they get into an accident. And when Akira wakes up, he sees Kosugi again. And that's when he realizes Kosugi is the one in charge in the aquarium and he's overworking everybody. Literally Shizuka and Kencho are already working for him, carrying boxes and stuff. He's using everybody that gets there, except his friends, to do all the dirty, hard job. His friends only like go outside to get supplies and get in. That's all. They get the best food while the rest get misery food. They barely sleep. Literally how he was doing in the company, he's doing in the aquarium. And Akira, in a way, loses hope that he's going to be able to be free by, you know, his job and Kosugi. So he loses hope. And Kosugi immediately starts using him everything. He uses him, I think, even worse than at the beginning when he was working in the company. And Shizuka and Kencho are seeing this and they're trying to find a way to get out. By the way, the couple from the beginning is here. They're very cute. And they're trying to help Shizuka and Kencho get out. But Kencho doesn't want to leave without Akira. So if you haven't guessed it, yes, they all become zombies. In one of the trips that they go outside, a zombie gets in the truck, and when they go back, they have a security system which is zombies. They use music, I guess you can call it, to attract the zombies whenever a truck is coming in and out. And that truck comes in, and when they open it, the zombie jumps and of course bits the other one, and everybody starts running, and the zombies hear this, so they don't pay attention to the music anymore and they run off. I don't think the security system is the best one. But that's when all hell breaks loose, literally, and the zombies start attacking. Everybody starts running. There's a whole mess. Everybody starts screaming. Shizuka and Kensho are trying to convince Akira that he doesn't have to stay here. He needs to go with them, escape. And Akira is like, no, like, again, he loses hope. And when Shizuka talks to him about the list that he's doing, about all the stuff that he wanted to do before becoming a zombie, that's when Akira wakes up, because in a way, he is a zombie already, working, and that's when he realizes, wait, this is not what I want. I want to be able to do this. So he like breaks off from the trance that he was, and he decides to run away. But of course zombies get there and they start running, and they get to the place where the sharks are. Now before of this, the zombies were there and they fell in that tank, and the shark ate them. When they get there, the shark jumps off and gets to land to where they are, and they're like, it's a shark, he's outside the water, he won't be able to do anything. I'm gonna try my best to find a picture of this, because this needs to be seen, because I was traumatized by this. The shark is full zombie, and all of the zombies that he ate, the legs start coming out from the bottom of the shark, and they become his legs. And now he's able to breathe and move and run and jump outside. Can you imagine that actually happened in real life? I wouldn't get out of my house. No, I wouldn't. I will not be surviving that. So now they have to fight against this zombie shark, literally. It's traumatizing. When that happened, I was like laughing, but at the same time traumatized, because I didn't know how to feel. So they fight this shark zombie. Kosugi is no help whatsoever. He ends up running away. Shizuka and Kensho help Akira. He's able to get into that suit thingy that he wanted from the aquarium. They're able to win the fight. Shizuka made some kind of electricity conductor thingy that Akira uses and punches the shark, and the shark gets knocked off and stuff. So they're able to win the fight. And all of the survivors are out now, getting in their cars, getting the supplies, making way too much noise. I think the door is open. The zombies are still there. There's no need to make that much noise. But Kosugi comes out screaming again. He shouldn't be screaming, but he's like, nobody leaves, nobody can leave, I'm still your leader and you have to listen to me. And everybody's like, fuck you, I'm not listening to you anymore, hell no. And they all leave him alone, literally. Akira, Shizuka and Kensho drive again in that camp van. I don't know how they fix the tires, because all the car's tires are punched because of the little spark thing that they had at the beginning of the road. So I don't know how they fixed the tires, now that I think about it, because all of their tires are, it's not only one. Okay, what the point is, they're able to all go away, and Akira lets Shizuka and Kensho write stuff on the list that they want to do. So Kensho puts to be a comedian and make people laugh. Shizuka puts become a doctor and save many lives, and Akira puts that superhero is his new job. And that's how the movie ends. They just go in that camp van to God knows where, but they just go, and that is the movie. I left a few things out that I think are hilarious that I want everybody to watch when they're watching this movie if you decide to watch it. So yeah, this is a very fun movie. I had a lot of fun. I probably laughed a part that I shouldn't have laughed, but again, it's just the way that they did it was very funny. The zombies, yes, they're scary, but there's not really a jump scares or anything like that involved with the zombies, so it's just scary to see them, but no jump scares and stuff like that you're like, oh, okay, I'm scared now. Nothing like that. It's more of a fun movie that involves zombies, and actually the zombies can be a little bit funny sometimes, like at the beginning. Probably should have laughed, but I did. And the zombies, again, don't make that much sense because there's a lot of sounds around and not too many zombies, or none of them are around, which doesn't make any sense. But that's one of the parts that I find hilarious. Is like I was literally frustrated, like it's making noise, like why is there no zombies? And then I was laughing because I was like, maybe that's the point of the movie. Just not having actually zombies when they need to be there. But again, that's the funny thing about the movie, at least for me. Other than that, I feel like the message that the movie kind of is trying to like have is actually really good, because again, I feel like all of us are working 24/7 or working our 9 to 5 a job, and you know, we are probably not eating properly, we're not dedicating time to the fun stuff or anything that makes us relax and have fun. And you know, it can feel like we're a zombie because we're constantly doing the same thing over and over again, like Akira was when he was working at the company. So in a way, we can all become zombies that way, and that is not good. You should have time for yourself. You have time to eat, do anything that have fun, and relax if you need to outside of work. So you know, that's the thing, you know, that the movie is trying to show us. Is like you need to have fun as well. Even at your job, like take breaks, drink water, walk around. If you are always working sitting down, those things are a necessity as well. So I like that the movie kind of was able to like talk about it and actually show an example with actual zombies, and with Akira actually sort of being a zombie but still alive in a way. So it's a good thing to kind of think about and being like, okay, I need time for myself. I need to find something that I actually enjoy outside of work to have fun with and relax and stop thinking about work. So I think that little message that they wanted to show with this movie, or at least I feel they were trying to, was really nice. But if you have watched this movie, please let me know. I watched this because it was recommended a lot to me on Netflix, so finally watched it. So yeah, if you have watched it, please let me know what you think of it. If you haven't, I would suggest watching it because it's actually quite fun to watch, and the zombies are not that scary. At least for me they weren't. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing great, taking care of yourselves, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.